Welcome children. Unit 1 Accountancy Unit 1 Accounts from Incompleted Record. So now we are going to see the illustration 19. So illustration 19 and 20 more or less same thing only we have to going to find out. So first I explain illustration 19. So I already told you whenever you have to prepare a final account in incompleted record, you must read the question once or twice or thrice. Then only you can understand what we are going to prepare. So this is an incompleted record. So some records we have available fully, some record we have partially, sometimes some record not even they record their entries in books of account. So likewise they have to maintain their account under single entry system, so that we have to open a separate formats for find outing the missing figure. So first thing we must know what are the thing is missing for preparing a trading P&L and balance sheet. So if you want to prepare a trading, we need purchase sales. Without purchase, without sales, we can't able to prepare trading account. So first we need a purchase and sales. Then if purchase and sale is missing, in the sense sometimes they give a cash sales, cash purchase, then we can easily prepare trading account. If they are not even given a sales or not even given a purchase, then it is very difficult to prepare a trading account. For that, first we have to prepare and find out the missing figure of purchase and sales through the total debtors account and creditors account. So if the amount is missing only, then we have to prepare the total debtors account, total creditors account. If otherwise, if they are given, we don't open the total debtors account, total creditors account. Then P&L, if you are preparing a trading, then we can easily prepare a P&L. So there is no problem. Then the balance sheet. Balance sheet, capital is very much important for prepare a balance sheet. So if capital is missing, then you have to find out the capital through the statement of affair. Normally, capital, we have to find out the opening capital of the concern. So opening capital is very much important. So while you are calculating the opening while you are computing the opening capital, you have to use the opening information. If you see your question, there is a separate form of opening information and closing information. For example, plant and machinery, stock, debtor, sundry creditor, cash at bank, all the things they are given here. Likewise, in this side they are given 1/4/2018 separately, 31st/3/2019 separately. So this is a calendar year. They are starting their business on 1/4/2018. They are starting in March 1, 2018, but their the accounts are closed 31st March 2019. So 1/4/2018 is a opening information, 31st/3/2019 is a closing information. So whenever you are going to prepare statement of affair to find out opening capital, you must take amount and a opening information, opening column. So before that, you must read the question carefully. I already told you many times. I told you first you must read the question once or twice or thrice. You must read the question and understand what we are going to find out, what the thing is missing. So based on the missing information only, we have to open an account. So first I am going to read the illustration 19 step by step. Then I have to find out what the thing is missing, what we are going to find out. So this is a book of Arjun. So Arjun carries and grocery business and does not keep his book on double entry basis. So he maintains his books under the single entry system. The following particulars of Naveen they are given here. So some information, some assets and liabilities information they are given here. 1/4/2018 is the opening information. 31/3/2019 is the closing information. Plant and machinery at the beginning year they have a 20,000. At the end of the year also they have a same 20,000. Likewise stock, beginning they have a 9,000, only they have a 9,000 stock, but end of the year the stock may increase 16,000. Likewise debtor in starting they have a 2,000, at the end of the year they have 5,300. Sundry creditor 5,000, at the end 4,000. Cash at bank 4,000, at the end 6,000. Some assets are appreciated, some liabilities are appreciated. So likewise there is a difference in beginning information and closing information. So these are all the things, these are all the asset and liabilities they are given. Other information they are given here. So in other information we have advertisement, advertisement 4,700. Carriage inward advertisement, we have to use this advertisement amount for prepare. In other information they give our advertising. So advertisement is expenses, indirect expenses, so we have to use this amount to prepare a P&L account. Carriage inward, so it's a direct expenses, so we have to use this amount for trading account. Cash paid to creditor, if we are open any creditors account then we have to use this amount. Then drawing 2,000. So drawing normally we have to use in liabilities, asset we have to use in capital. So capital add net profit, then we have to minus this drawing. So there we have to use this drawing amount. Other than that we have some more information here. So total sales during the year were 85,000. So sales they are given. So total sales they are given 85,000. Then purchase return during the year were 2,000. So purchase return they are given here, and sales return 1,000 also they are given here. Depreciate plant and machinery 5%. Provide 300 for doubtful debts. So we have some adjustments also. So prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that day. If you read this problem, there is no capital, there is no purchase. Purchase also missing, capital also missing. Purchase return they are given, sales return also they are given, sales, total sales they are given. But if you read this sum, there is no purchase, there is no capital. So if you want to prepare a balance sheet, we need a capital. If you want to prepare a trading, we need a purchase. Without these two things, we can't able to prepare a final account. So first what we are going to prepare. First we are going to prepare statement of affair to find out opening capital. Whenever they are not even they are given a capital amount, so you have to find out the capital through the statement of affair. So whenever you have to open a statement of affair, you have to use the opening information. So in this sum we are going to prepare statement of affair to find out the opening capital, and we are going to prepare total creditors account to find out credit purchase. If they are given, if sometimes they are given a purchase, then we don't open a creditors account. So in this sum there is no purchase they are given. So total sales they are given, even some sales returns also they are given. So in this sum there is no purchase and no opening capital. So these two amount we are going to find out. These two amount is missing in single entry system. So these two items, these two missing figures, we are going to prepare statement of affairs and total debt creditors account. So let me see how to prepare statement of affairs and total creditors account. So illustration 19, page number 26. So children, I already many times I told you, even in 11th also I told you, you must, if you have any adjustments, then you have to use the inner column. If you see your ledger note, there is a date column, particular column, there is a small columns there, JF, if they give a JF number, ledger folio number, then we have to use that a small column. Then we have a two separate amount column. One is the inner column, another one is the outer column. So normally if we have any adjustment, we have to use this adjustment for inner column. After adjusting the amount, you have to post the main value to outer column. So don't use a particular column. Particular column you have to write only the particulars thing. So don't write any amount, or you don't write any calculation on not a calculation. Don't use any calculation for adjustment in a inner column, in a particular column. So whenever you have adjustment, you have to use the inner column. So after adjusting things, you have to post into the outer column. So yeah, these things don't forget to follow. So now I'm going to prepare illustration 19. So this is a book of Arjun. So likewise you have to write the statement of affair we are going to prepare. For statement of affair, I already told you, whenever what is the statement of affair? In statement of affair we are going to find out the capital, opening capital. So if you are going to find out the opening capital, then we have to use the opening information. So we have a closing information and opening information. So see, there is a opening information as well as the closing information. So we have a opening information and a closing information. This is the opening information. So 1/4/2018 is the opening. So whenever you have to going to find out the capital, so you have to use the opening information. Plant and machinery, they are given 20,000 is asset. You have to show in the asset column. Stock you have to show in asset column. Sundry debtor also asset. Creditors is a liability. Cash at bank is a liability. So these things only available for preparing a statement of affair. So let us go how to prepare statement of affair. So in liability side there is no other information. So we have only creditors, so that we have to enter in a liability side. So liability side, creditors. So creditors they are given 5,000. So I have to show 5,000 here. Then asset, we have cash at bank, cash at bank 4,000. So cash at bank 4,000. So these informations are available in your question. So based on that we have to enter here. So whenever you are watching this video, you must take your book and go through the illustration 19. So then stock also they're given. So stock 9,000. So I have to put a 9,000. Then sundry debtor, so sundry debtor, they have a 2,000. then plant and machinery. So that's it. Plant and machinery 20,000. So these are all the amount only available in this problem. So based on the available information, we have to enter all the amount. So now we have to add the liability side separately and asset side separately. If we are adding the asset side, we are getting a 35,000. If you are add a asset side is the highest value. So I have to put a highest value on both the side. So this is 35,000. If you add a asset side, you get a 35,000. So I have to put a highest value on both the side, 35,000. So 35,000 minus 5,000 is a 30,000. So it is a closing balancing figure. This is a opening capital. So you have to write a opening capital here. So opening capital in balance, in bracket you have to mention the balancing figure. So now we are going to find out opening capital through statement of affair 30,000. So capital is missing, so we have to open a statement of affair to find out the opening capital of the concern. So opening capital is very much important for preparing a balance sheet. For that we have to find out the capital of the business through the statement of affair. So in the sum they are given a creditor, cash at bank, stock, sundry debtor, plant and machinery. So based on the information we have to fill in the statement of affair. Then we have to add separate asset side separately, liability side separately. Then we have to find out the value. So highest value from the minus lowest value we have to minus, then we will get the answer. So opening capital is 30,000. We have to find out through the statement of affair. So this thing is missing, so we have to find out the statement of affair to find out opening capital. After find out opening capital, one more thing is missing, that is a purchase. So totally they not even given a purchase, so that we have to going to find out through the total creditors account. So when you are so now we are going to open a total creditors account to find out credit purchase. So credit both the sales they are given, cash sales as well as credit sales. So total sales they are given in this problem. Even sales written also they are given, but purchase written they are given, but there is no purchase. So in order to find out the purchase, we have to open a total creditors account. So for total creditors account, the opening balance we have to enter in a credit side, and here you have to show the cash paid to creditor. Then if any returns, purchase return, that we have to show. So see the question. In other information, these are all the information we have to use to prepare a statement of affair. So we have to see the other information. Other information, they are given advertisement. Normally advertisement we are not taken for total debtors or total creditors. Carriage inward also we have to show on the trading account. This one is a P&L account. Cash paid to creditor 64,000. So this amount we have to taken to prepare a total creditors account. Cash paid to creditor. So drawing also we have to use capital. So then if you read the question, some more items there. So purchase return also they are given here 2000. So these two things only available for preparing a total creditors account. And we have a opening creditor and closing creditor also. We have a opening creditor and closing creditor. See, so opening creditor also they are given, closing creditors also they are given. So then cash paid to creditors, then purchase return. So these four items only available to prepare a total creditors account. So based on that we are going to open. So opening creditors 5000, closing creditor 4000. So opening creditor we have to show the credit side, closing creditor we have to show on the debit side of total creditors account. Then cash paid to creditor, this amount we have to show on the debit side, and cash purchase return also we have to show on the debit side of total creditors account. So now we are going to open a total creditors account. So first you have to put a opening balance of creditor. So while you are writing here by balance B bar D. So this is a opening balance. So you have to write a B bar D. So opening balance they are given a 5000. So opening balance 5000. So then there is no item in credit side. All the items we are going to enter in a debit side. Then cash paid to creditor. So that also we have to write here to cash paid. So to cash paid 64,000. So cash paid to creditor 64,000 we have to enter in a debit side. Then purchase returns also is there. So to purchase return. So purchase return. So purchase return also they are given. So purchase return 2000. So that I have to enter here. Then purchase return, then to balance C by D. This is a closing balance, closing debtor, closing creditor. So closing creditor C bar D. So opening debtor also here, closing debtor also available there. Then cash paid to creditor is there, purchase return is there. So based on the available information I have to open a total creditors account. So total creditors account I have to open here to find out the credit purchase. So how much? 4000. So I have entered all the amounts. So opening debtor, opening creditor, cash paid to creditor, purchase return, closing debtor. So all the amount we have to enter. So now we are going to add the debit side separately, credit side separately. If you add credit side you get only 5000. If you add debit side you get a 70,000. 64 plus 64, 68, 68 plus 2, 70. So 70,000 is there. So highest value I have to post on the both side. So first I enter highest value on the both side, then I have to minus highest value from the lowest value. So 70,000 minus 5,000, 65,000. So this 65,000 is a balancing figure. So by balance, so this is a by credit purchase. So by credit purchase, in bracket you have to mention balancing figure. So in bracket you have to mention, so 65,000. So 65,000. So this 65,000 is a credit purchase. We have to find out through the total creditors account. So we have find out opening capital to prepare statement of affair, and we have to find out a credit purchase through the total creditors account. So these two items only missing in this problem, so we have to find out. So now we are going to prepare trading P&L and balance sheet. So in trading, first we need a opening stock, so opening stock also available there. Then purchase, so we have to find out the purchase 65,000. Then we have a purchase return, so we are going to minus purchase from purchase return. Then carriage inward is there, so we have to show this carriage inward on trading account. Then credit side, trading account, we have a sales return, then closing stock. So these are all the available information for preparing a trading account. So now we are going to open a trading account. So let us going to open a trading account. So now we are going to open a trading account. For trading, we need a opening stock, closing stock. So if you see your problem, we have to. So opening stock 9,000, closing stock 16,000. So opening stock we have to show on the debit side of trading. Closing stock we have to show the credit side of trading. Then carriage inward. So carriage inward 8,000 is there. So we have to take this 8,000 for trading account. Then there is no other information. Then sales return also is there. Sales and sales return. So they are given a sales, total sales 85,000 and sales return 1,000 they are given. Purchase return also they are given 2,000. Purchase we have to find out 65,000. So these are all the available information for preparing a trading account. So let us we see how to prepare trading. So trading, first you have to write a to opening. So opening stock, how much? Opening stock they are given in your problem 9,000. So I have to take a opening stock. Then opening stock, after that purchase. So purchase, we have a purchase and purchase return. So sorry, opening stock only one amount, so that so now I have a two column, one is inner column, another one is outer column. In inner column you have to use for adjustment. So purchase I have right here. So purchase, how much they are given? So purchase, the amount of purchases, now we are find out the purchase, credit purchase 65,000 through the creditors account, that we have to write here. 65,000 minus, we have a return, so you have to less return. So less returns, so returns we have, so returns 2,000 is there. So purchase return also is there. So inner in any adjustment you have to use the inner column. After adjusting the things, you have to post the main value on a outer column. So don't write anything on a particular column. If you have any adjustment, then you must use the inner column only, not the outer column. So likewise you have to draw the line after enter the amount on inner column. So you have to draw the line like this, then you have to post the amount on outer column. So 65,000 minus 2,000, we are getting a 63,000. So after adjusting the returns, then we have to post the main value on the outer column. So likewise you have to prepare trading. Then carriage inward is here. So carriage inward is a trading, so we have to write a carriage inward. To carriage inward. So carriage inward 6. So carriage inward 8,000, that I have to show in the outer column. So if you have any adjustment only, then we have to use the inner column. So that's it. Opening stock is there, so we have to post the opening stock on outer column. Then purchase and purchase return. Purchase we have to find out through the credit total creditors account, so that we have to use a purchase minus return also they are given, so I have to minus the return. Then I have to post the amount on outer column. Then carriage inward is there, so I have to show the trading account debit side. So then I have to move to credit side by sales. So they have a total sales by sales account. So whenever you have to write a account, purchase account, carriage inward account. So sales account, they have a total sales 85,000 they are given this problem, so I have to write 85,000. So I have returns also is there, so I have to minus the return less returns. So return 1,000, so I have to use the inner column for adjustment. So I already told you, if you have any adjustment you have to use the inner column. After adjustment is made, then you have to post in the outer column. So sales minus sales return 84,000. So 84,000 you have to show on the outer column. Then closing stock is here. So closing stock we have to write by closing stock. So by closing stock you have to show outer column. So closing stock 16,000 is there, so I have to write a 16,000. That's it. So we have enter all the information. Based on the available information, we have to enter all the amount in a trading account. So now we are going to prepare a gross profit. We are going to find out the gross profit. So if you add debit side and credit side separately, we have 84,000 plus 16,000, so 1 lakh. So 1 lakh minus 71,000, so we will get the answer. Sorry, not a 71,000, 80,000. 9,000 is there. So 63 plus 8, 71 plus 9, 80. So 80, 1 lakh minus 80, we will get a 20,000. So 20,000 is a gross profit. So what is the amount of gross profit? So first I have to enter both side of highest value. Highest value is 1 lakh, so I have to write the highest value on the both side. After minus the highest value, I have to minus the lowest value. So I have to enter the highest value on both the side. So now I have entered both the side on highest value. Now I am going to minus 1 lakh minus 80,000. I will get a 20,000. So this is a gross profit. So to gross profit, C bar D. So this gross profit you have to transfer to P&L account. So amount is 20,000. So amount is 20,000. So 20,000. So how can we find out this 20,000? 1 lakh minus 80, we will get a 20,000. So This is a gross profit we have to find out through the trading account. Next we have to transfer this 20,000 into P&L. So first we have to transfer to P&L. For P&L I have to transfer this amount. So by gross profit you have to transfer in debit side, credit side. Net profit. So now gross profit we have to transfer to P&L account by gross profit. So gross profit we have to find out 20,000, that we have to show on that P&L. Then we have to enter all the other information. So if you see your question, so here some adjustment they are given. Depreciate plant and machinery 5%. So you have to find out the depreciation value on machinery 5% and provide 300 for doubtful debts. So they are given an amount of doubtful debts 300. That amount we have to show on the P&L. Then advertisement are also P&L. So these things we are going to enter in a P&L account. So in debit side, first we are going to write a to advertisement. So to advertising 4,700. To advertising 4,700. Then to depreciation on machinery. So depreciation on machinery. So depreciation on machinery. So machinery we have a two value. One is the opening value and closing value. I already told you, whenever you calculate a depreciation, you have to take a closing value. So closing value 20,000. So I have to take a 20,000 into 5 by 100. So 20,000 into 5 by 100. 20,000 into 5 by 100. So if 20,000 into 5 by 100, you will get 1,000. So that you have to show an outer column of ledger note. So 1,000 rupees. Then doubtful debts also they are given to provision for doubtful debt. So if they are given a percentage, then we have to find out from the debtor. So they are given a value, so directly we have to show in this item on debit side. To provision for doubtful debts. So provision for doubtful debts, they are given amount. So we are enter all the amount in P&L. So in P&L 20,000 in debit side, here only for 6,000. So 20,000 minus 6,000 we will get a 14,000. So 14,000 is a net profit. So highest value is 20,000. So I have to write a 20,000 on both the side. So here also I have to write the 20,000. So 20,000 on both the side. 20,000 minus 6,000, 14,000. So 14,000 is a net profit. So 14,000. So this 14,000 is a net profit. So net profit. So net profit transfer to capital 14,000. So GP we have to find out through the profit and loss account. So these 14,000 we have to transfer to capital account. That means we are going to prepare a balance sheet. For that we have to use this amount. So now we are going to prepare a balance sheet. So liability, asset, capital we have to find out through the statement of affair. So 30,000 already we find out through the statement of affair opening capital. So that I have to show here. I have to put here capital 30,000. From capital we are going to add a net profit. So we have to find out the net profit through the P&L account. That I have to add net profit. So add net profit. So I already told you, whenever you have adjustment you have to use the inner column. So I have to put this in amount in the inner column. So net profit is 14,000. So I have to 30,000 plus 14,000. I'll get a 44,000. Then we have a drawing. So the less drawing. So drawing also available. So drawings also available in this problem. So I have to write a drawing 2,000. So 2,000 is a drawing. So there is no other item for capital. So capital add net profit less drawing. If there is any interest on drawing, that also you have to minus from the capital. So after finishing this you have to draw a line. Then you have to post the main value on an outer column. So 30,000 plus 14,000 44,000. So from 44,000 you have to minus the 22,000. You will get a 42,000. So 42,000 you have to show on an outer column. So capital add net profit less drawing. These are all the adjustments. So I have to use this adjustment on an inner column. Then after adjusting thing we have to post in an outer column. So in liability side we have one more thing is here, sundry creditor. So sundry creditor closing you have to write in a balance sheet. So sundry creditor. So sundry creditors closing balance I already told you. So whenever you have to prepare a balance sheet you have to take a closing information. So closing creditor 4,000 is given. So I have to write a 4,000 here. 4,000. So next we are going to put asset side. So cash at bank. So cash at bank closing only how to show. So 6,000 cash at bank. Then stock also closing stock is there. So I have to write a stock closing 16,000. Stock 16,000. So stock 16,000. Sundry debtor. So sundry debtor we have adjustment. So sundry debtor they are given 5,300. So from sundry debtor we are going to minus provision, less provision. So less so first in P&L we have to show the debtors. So provision for bad and doubtful debts, we have to, they are given us some value, so that value we have to show the P&L account. Then we have to minus this value from the debtor. After that you have to show the original value to the asset side. So sundry debtor, provision is a expense, loss. Provision is a provision for doubtful debts is a loss, so we have to show this provision for doubtful debts on the P&L account debit side. Then we have to minus this provision, so total debtor is 5,300. So provision for doubtful debts 300, so these 300 we never get back, so that we have to minus from the debtor. So less provision 300, so 300. After adjusting these things, you have to post the amount in a outer column. So provision for doubtful debts. So after made the adjustment only, it shows the true and fair value of asset and liabilities. So otherwise we have to think debtor is 5,300, but actual value is 5,000, because 300 we never get back from the debtor. So these adjustment we have to made on a asset side. So 5,000 we have to show on a outer column. 5,000 minus 300, so 5,000 we have to show. Then we have one more adjustment is there, one more item is there, plant and machinery. So plant and machinery, so plant and machinery, the value of plant and machinery is 20,000. Plant and machinery is 20,000, but there is a plant and machinery is 20,000, then there is a depreciation, so less depreciation. So you have to show depreciation is a, so depreciation also is a loss, so we have to show this amount on a P&L account. After that, in even the loss we have to minus from the original value. The original value of plant and machinery is 20,000. Okay, now at the end of the year the value will be decreased, the depreciation value is 1,000. So we have to minus the depreciation from the plant and machinery, then only it show that true and fair view. So that we have to minus the depreciation in plant and machinery. So less depreciation. So depreciation amount is 1,000. So these 1,000 I already we calculate in a P&L account. 20,000 into 5 by 100 we get 1,000. So that value you have to show, that 1,000 rupees you have to show on the P&L account. So adjustment, whenever in trading and P&L, whenever you have, if you have any adjustment, you have to show these two adjustment on two columns, not a two columns, two side. So adjustment we have to use one is trading or P&L, another you must show this adjustment on balance sheet. Either you have to adjust whatever the adjustment you have to adjust in trading and P&L, these adjustment you must show in the balance sheet also. So if you are find out the value, if you have put the value in a balance trading or P&L, you have to minus this value from concerned asset or concerned liability. So if you find out the percentage value, that percentage value you have to show on the P&L account. After that you have to minus from the concerned asset and concerned liability. So in this sum we have two adjustment in trading and P&L. In trading we don't have any adjustment, but P&L we have adjustment. One is debtor, so provision they are given, so we have to show this provision on P&L account. Afterwards we have to show the same provision we have to minus from the debtor. So provision for doubtful debts is a loss, so we have to show this provision for doubtful debts in the P&L account. Then these loss we are minus from the sundry debtor. So total sundry debtor is 5,300. Actually we are going to get a 5,300. So but provision for doubtful debt is there, so we have to minus the provision. Now actual value we are going to receive is only 5,000. Likewise, plant and machinery, the value of in beginning we have a 20,000, end also it's 20,000, but there is a depreciation. Every year the company must provide a depreciation value. So every year the asset value may decrease, various reasons, erosion, so many reasons is there, natural calamities, so asset value may decrease. So we have to find out the depreciation value. So these depreciation value we have to show on the P&L. Afterwards we have to, the same adjustment we have to made in a balance sheet also. So in plant and machinery 20,000, you have to minus the depreciation. After minus the depreciation, you have to show this amount on a outer column. So after 20,000 minus 10,000, 19,000. So 19,000 you have to show. Outer column. So 20 minus 1,000. So 20 minus 1,000. So 20 minus 1,000, 19. So 19,000 we have to show on an outer column, 19,000. So that's it. All the amounts we have to enter in a balance sheet also. So whatever you have adjustment in, you have to made any adjustment in P&L or trading, that same adjustment you have to made in a balance sheet also. So there I have to show in P&L I have to show provision for the bad and doubtful debts and depreciation amount. The same thing I have to adjusted in balance sheet also. So whenever you have to make an adjustment, then only it show the true and fair value of your financial position. So here now the value of plant and machinery is 19,000. Before it's 20,000. After minus the depreciation, the original value is only 19,000. So likewise provision. So sundry debtor is 5,300, but we never get back 300 from that. It's a doubtful debts. So sometimes it may have received, sometimes it failed to receive the amount. So we have to adjust these things in a debtor. So total debtors 5,000. We are expected to get a 5,300 from the debtor, but only we are receiving 5,000 from the debtor. So that we have to show here. So likewise I have to enter all the amount. So I have to enter debit, asset side and credit, liability side separately. So both the side you have to get the same value. So here 64,000 we get both the side. So I have to write up 64,000 on both the side. So balance sheet normally must tally, then only your sum is correct. If otherwise you are not getting a same value in both the side, you made some mistake. So you have to find out what you have to made a mistake, then you have to rectify your mistake. So in balance sheet it must tally both the asset side and liability side. You have to get a same value. So this is a illustration 19. So illustration 19 we have find out statement of affair. We have to find out the opening capital through the statement of affair. So here opening capital is missing, then purchase is missing. So for purchase we have to open a total creditors account to find out the credit purchase. For capital we have to open a statement of affair. So after open a statement of affair and total creditors account, then we have to prepare a trading P&L and balance sheet. Trading, all the direct expenses we have to enter in a trading, all the indirect expenses we have to enter in a P&L. So opening stock also they are given, and the purchase we have to use a credit purchase, and return is there, so I have to minus the return. I have to show this amount on outer column. Then carriage inward is a direct expenses, I have to show on the debit side of trading. Then sales we have a total sales 85,000. There also return is there, so I have to minus the return. I have to post the original value on outer side. Then closing stock also available. So after putting this amount, I have to add separately. I will get a 1 lakh. It's the highest value, so I have to show this 1 lakh in both the side, and I have minus the lowest value. I will get a 20,000. This is a gross profit. So these gross profit I have to transfer to P&L. So these 20,000 I have to transfer to P&L account. Then advertisement is the indirect expenses, so I have to enter in a P&L. Depreciation, machinery and provision, these are all the adjustment they are given in your book. So we have to find out the depreciation value. So on the machinery, so machinery value is 20,000. From 20,000 we have to find out the depreciation. So they are given a percentage, 5%. So 20,000 into 5 by 100, we will get a depreciation value. Depreciation is a loss, so we have to show this loss on a P&L account. Then provision for doubtful debt, they are given an amount, so that also it's a loss. That amount also we have to show on a P&L account. After enter all the things, we have to find out the net profit. After net profit, we have to prepare a balance sheet. I already told you whatever you have to you made an adjustment in P&L and trading and P&L, that amount you must show in the balance sheet also. So balance sheet capital, we have to find out through this statement of affairs. Is the opening capital. So capital 30,000. So from the capital I have to add a net profit. So 30 plus 14, 44,000. Then we have to minus drawing, so 2,000. After that you have to post on the original value to outer column. Then sundry creditors, there is no adjustment in sundry creditors, so directly I have to post the amount on a outer column. In asset side we have a cash at bank. So all the asset and liabilities closing information only you have to write. So cash at bank 6,000 I have to enter in outer column. Stock also 16,000, that also I have to post in a outer column. Debtors we have adjustment, so I have to adjust the debtors in a inner column. 5,300 is a debtor, so for that we have to minus the provision, because doubtful debts is a loss, so you have to minus this loss from the asset side. So actual amount we are going to receive from the debtor is 5,300, but there is a doubtful debts, so that we have to minus in the asset sundry debtor 300. After that we have to post the original value on outer column. Then plant and machinery, the original value is 20,000, but at the end of the year we have to provide the depreciation. After minus the depreciation, the original value of machinery is 90,000. So this is a total value of asset and total value of liability. So balance sheet must tally both the side, we can get a equal amount. So 46,000, 46,000. So this is a illustration 19. So you have to work out exercise number 19 and 20. 19 and 20 same problem. So whenever you are going to prepare a problem, you must read the question once, twice or thrice. First you must understand what you are going to find out, what the missing figure. So if you find out the missing figure, then based on the missing figure, so we have to open a account. So first you must know what the thing is missing. So that missing information you have to prepare through the total debtors, total creditors, statement of affairs likewise. So you must work out exercise problem 19 and 20. So successfully we have to finish our unit 1. So unit 1 is a long chapter. So I have to finish unit 1, chapter 1. So you must work out all the exercise problem. I will give exercise problem 19 and 20. 19 and 20 is a homework, so you must finish your homework and post on your group before 6 p.m. If you have any doubt, you can ask me till then. Thank you.